What is vacuoles? Vacuoles are membrane-bound enclosed compartments which are rich in different types of organic and inorganic molecules, including enzymes and pigments and other metabolic products. Where is it present? Vacuoles are present in large significance in plant cells, fungal cells, and some protists, that is paramecium, and even animal cells also contain vacuoles which are small, numerous, functionally less significant than plant cells. Vacuole bacteria also contain vacuoles, that is sulfur bacteria. Because vacuoles are present inside a cell and participate in cellular function, they are cell organelles and membrane-bound tonoplasts. Basically, there are three types of vacuole: storage vacuole, nutrients and pigments and waste product; contractile vacuole, which regulate osmotic regulation; and vacuoles involves in autophagy. Functions: plant cells have large vacuoles occupying the central region of the cells, approximately 80% of the cell volume. They provide structural support, disposal of waste products, storage of pigments and nutrients, help in growth also, maintain turgor pressure. Animal cells contain numerous small vacuoles. Those function in storage and transport, exocytosis and endocytosis. Some protist and protozoan processes vacuoles for exocytic vesicles. They transport specific molecular genes, proteins or peptides or other molecules. Export sequence or transport happen from cell to the outside. Endocytosis, a vesicle, transport of molecules from outside to the inside. First receptor mediator, phagocytosis and pinocytosis. This is the endocytosis, exocytosis. Contractile vacuoles are present in amoeba, Chlamydomonas. Contractile vacuoles are involved in transcytosis. Osmotic regulation and waste products are transported from inside the cell to the outside. Fungal vacuoles maintain high in them and V type of ATPs. Fungal vacuoles maintain high proton concentration inside their lumen. For maintaining low proton concentration, vacuoles of fungal cells have specialized ATPs V-type to pump hydrogen ions from systole to vacuolar lumen. Against the expenditure of ATP, low pH is needed for the optimal activation of enzymes. V-type ATPs translocate hydrogen ion from the systole to the vacuolar lumen, and positive charge generated across the membrane limits the activity of the pump. So, chloride lumen also. V-type of ATPs are also important. V-type of ATPs activate is mainly by subunit in the translumen vacuole by chloride channel and chloride channel dependent regular present on tonoplast, the antiproton gradient. Autophagy mediated by certain vacuoles. Autophagy involves transport of cellular organelles to the vacuoles and their degradation, result of prolonged starvation. Overlapped biosynthetic pathway, that is cytoplasm to vacuole targeting, macroautophagy and microautophagy. PMSF treated cells can't digest cellular cargo formation on of intravacuolar vesicle, that is autophagic bodies. Autophagy may be specific or non-specific. Many proteins including CVT9, CVT3, TLG2P are necessary for CVT pathway mutation of any of these proteins lead accumulation of PRAT. BAC8 mutants are defective in autophagy. Segregation of vacuoles during cell division. During cell division, cell organelles are not synthesized de novo. Dramatic translocation of vacuolar portion is observed during cell cycle in yeast. Actin mutant can't segregate vacuoles into daughter cells. Myo2p, an unusual molecular motor protein, is involved in translocation along the actin filament. Vacuolar inheritance depend upon the localization of cytoskeletal proteins towards tonoplast. Vacuoles are membrane-bound cell organelles. They are important in cellular transport, maintenance of pH storage of substances, and induction of cell death during starvation. Segregation of them is dependent upon cellular cytoskeletal movement, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Glyoxysomes. The discovery of glyoxysomes, the work of Harry Beweer. Beweer and their postdoctoral fellow was Bill Bredench. They analyzed their linear sucrose gradient of endosperm homogenates and shows that the glyoxate cycle enzymes were found in an organelle function that was not mitochondria. Beweer and Bredench Beck called these new organelles glyoxysomes. Introduction of glyoxysomes. Glyoxysomes are specialized peroxisomes found in plants, particularly in the fat storage tissues of germinating seeds and also in filamentous fungi. Glyoxysome possess the key enzyme of glyoxylate cycle, isocitrate lyase, and maltate synthetin. Glyoxysomes are found in contact with lipid bodies in cotyledon or endosperm, where fatty acids are being converted to carbohydrate sugar during germination. Thus, glyoxysomes, as all peroxisomes, contain enzymes that initiate the breakdown of fatty acid and additional possess the enzymes to produce intermediate product for the synthesis of sugars by glycogenosis. The seedling use this sugar synthesized from fat until it is mature enough to produce them by photosynthesis. Glycosomes also participate in photorespiration and nitrogen metabolism in root nodules. Succinate produced in glyoxysome is ultimately converted to sucrose in the cytosol. It is presumed that presence of glyoxysomes in senescent organ is the response to the mobilization of membrane lipid. Characteristics of glyoxysomes. Glyoxysomes have the following characteristics. They have a single membrane. They have high equilibrium density in sucrose gradient centrifugation. Their matrix, that is internal content, is finely granular. The glycolate cycles, another process involving glycolytic enzymes and metabolites. Glyoxylate cycles, a variation of the tricarboxylic acid cycle, is an anaerobic pathway occurring in plant bacteria, fungi, and protists. The glyoxylate cycle centers on the conversion of acetyl CoA to succinate for the synthesis of carbohydrates. Glycolate cycle allows cell to neutralize simple carbon compound as a carbon source when complex source such as glucose is not available. This is the glycolate cycle. It is an anabolic pathway occurring in plants and several microorganisms, but not in animals. The pathway occurs only glyoxysomes. The enzymes common to the TCA cycle and the glyoxysome are isoenzymes. One is specific to mitochondria and the other is to glyoxysomes. The glyoxylate cycles allows plant to use acetyl-CoA derived from beta oxidation of fatty acid for carbohydrate synthesis. Use fat for the synthesis of carbohydrate. Acetyl-CoA is totally oxidized to carbon dioxide. This is the beta oxidation occur in mitochondria and peroxisomes in mammals, but exclusively in the peroxisomes in plants and yeast. Functions. These cycles allow seeds to use lipid as a source of energy to form shoot and root during germination. The lipid stores of germinating seeds are used for the formation of the carbohydrates that fuel the growth and development of the organism. Glycosomes also functions in photorespiration and nitrogen fixation. Role in glycogenosis. Fatty acids from lipids are commonly used as an energy source by vertebrates as fatty acid degraded through beta oxidation into acetate molecules. This acetate bound to the active thio group of CoA enter the citric acid cycle where it is fully oxidized to carbon dioxide. This pathway thus allows cell to obtain energy from fat to utilize acetate from fat for biosynthesis of carbohydrates and glycolate cycles whose initial reactions are identical to the TCA cycle is used. Pyruvate is converted into acetyl-CoA by the action of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, a huge enzyme complex. Acetyl-CoA is converted to 2-carbon dioxide via the 8-step citric acid cycle, generating 3 NADH, 1 FADH2, and 1 ATP by substrate level phosphorylation. Intermediate of citric acid cycle are also used as biosynthetic precursor for many other biomolecules, including fatty acids, steroids, amino acids, hemipyrimidine, and glucosamine. Oxaloacetate can get replenished from pyruvate via a carboxylation reaction catalyzed by the biotin containing pyruvate carboxylase. Net conversion of fatty acid to glucose can occur in germinating seeds, few invertebrates, and some bacteria via the glyoxylate cycle. Cycle share 3 steps with the citric acid cycle but bypasses the two decarboxylation steps, converting two molecules of acetyl-CoA to one succinate. History of peroxisomes. First observed by electron microscopy in animal cells in 1950, then in plant cells in 1960. Kristen D. Duke in 1965 isolate from the liver cells by centrifugation called the peroxisomes because they generate and destroy hydrogen peroxides. The peroxisome, a type of organelles found in both animal cells and plant cells. A peroxisome is a membrane-bound cellular organelle that contains mostly enzymes. Peroxisomes perform important functions, including lipid metabolism and chemical detoxification. Single membrane, roughly spherical, zero point 0.2 to 1.7 mu micron. This is the structure of cell which is having central nucleus, nucleoli. These are the Golgi bodies, cell membrane, cytoskeleton, mitochondria, lysosome, cytosol, cytoskeletons, and endoplasmic reticulum. And these are the peroxisomes. Peroxisomes are also called microbodies. Peroxisomes are about the size of lysosome, zero point 0.5 to 1.5 mu micron, and like them are bound by a single membrane. They also resemble lysosomes in being filled with enzymes. What they look like? They are round or oval vesicles surrounded by a phospholipid bilayer. Inside the vesicles are many enzymes. Each peroxisome is a single membrane. Each cell contains several hundred peroxisomes. They resemble a lysosome but are not the same. They are self-replicating. Size is variable, but it is roughly 700 nanometer. A peroxisome is found in the cytoplasm of cell The organ that peroxisomes are most abundant is liver. Peroxisomes are vesicles that contain enzymes to oxidize organic substances like fat. In other words, they use oxygen to break down molecules. The enzyme in these organelles produce hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is broken down right away by the enzyme catalase into oxygen and water. Peroxisomes are abundant in the liver, where they produce bile salts and cholesterol and break down fats. Major metabolic functions of the peroxisomes in plant: oxidation of fatty acid, glycolate cycles, photorespiration, that is, glycolate pathway, degradation of purines, decomposition of hydrogen peroxides. Some of the functions of peroxisomes in the human liver: breakdown by oxidation of excess fatty acid, breakdown of hydrogen peroxide, a potentially dangerous product of fatty acid oxidation. It is catalyzed by the enzyme catalase. Participate in the synthesis of cholesterol, participate in the synthesis of bile acids, participate in synthesis of the lipids, breakdown of excess purines, AMP and GMP to uric acid. Two types of peroxisomes in plants. In leaves, catalyzes oxidation of side product of carbon dioxide fixation in photorespiration, and in germinating seed, converts fatty acid in seed lipids into sugar needed for growth in the young plant. Enzymatic pathway in peroxisomes: fatty acid oxidation, hydrogen peroxide detoxification, that is catalase, bile acid synthesis, plasmalogen synthesis, cholesterol synthesis, glycosylate detoxification. Peroxisome formation. This is the endoplasmic reticulum, which forms the peroxisomal precursor vesicle, which is a specific for protein that catalyze protein import, and peroxisomes, growth by uptake of specific peroxisomal proteins, lipids from cytosol. These peroxisomes goes to daughter peroxisomes by fission mechanism. Conclusion. So finally, I conclude that the peroxisome is the most abundant organelle which is maintaining and controlling the cell function like biogenesis of amino acid, cholesterol, purine, etc. Thank you.